Hey there, this is Marcus here, and welcome to the Marcus Show. So, let's talk about the power persuasion today. All right, so power persuasion can be used to influence people and show them how their problems can be solved using the product or service that you're offering. All right, you can also use the power persuasion to improve the user experience, drive more leads, and consequently increase your sales. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share the one sentence persuasion course by Blair Warren. All right, it's a fantastic book. It is just like a 27-page little ebook, but it is easily one of the most powerful courses on persuasion that I've ever read. All right, so if you want to learn more, just stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. So, if you haven't joined my group, just click the above link to join for even more free trainings and tips. So, in today's topic, the power persuasion, there is a sentence in there that you can use or you can do with your customer, whether it is to sell them something or to actually get them to like you and to think for you. Well, the one sentence persuasion is super powerful because you start to create and dive through the different level of belief with them. And you actually have them going through different phases of belief with you. Okay, so here is the one sentence persuasion course. Well, it more or less, to the fact that it says people will be influenced by those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them to throw rocks at their enemies. All right, let us talk about it one by one. All right, the first one, encouraging their dreams. All right, so basically, I still remember when I still a small kid. All right, last time. I still remember, my parents, all right, used to tell me, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. All right. So basically, parents, they often discourage their children's dream for their own good and attempt to steer them towards a more reasonable goals. All right. And children often, accept this as a normal until others come along, who believe in them and encourage their dreams. All right. So when this happens, who do you think has more power, parents or strangers? All right. I think you have the answer in mind already. All right. So that's why, for most children, they believe more in their friend, in the stranger who support their dreams rather than parents. All right. So that's the first point. All right. The second point, justifying their failures. All right. So while many are told to accept responsibilities, for their mistakes, in fact, a lot more are looking for someone to take, that feeling of responsibilities, off their shoulders. All right. To tell them that they are not responsible for their mistake. All right. Yeah, I do believe that we need to be held accountable for the mistake that we have done. But on the other hand, we really hope someone who is going to tell us, all right, it's not our fault, all right, and we basically feel more aligned with those who are justifying our failures, all right. Because for example, all right, someone might not be doing well in the business, and to justify his or her failure, we might be saying like, all right, okay, no, it's not your fault. You are not being taught, how to do the stuff correctly that is actually needed for today. No, those things that you are did are just so 90s. So basically, that is, justifying their failures. The third all right, allaying their fears. All right. So when we are afraid, all right, it is almost impossible to concentrate on anything else. All right. And while everyone knows this, what do we do when someone else is afraid? All right. So normally we tell them not to be afraid, and expect that to do the tricks. All right. So basically, does it work? I believe it hardly works. And yet, we don't seem to notice this, all right? We go on as if we have solved the problem. And in fact, that person before us, he or she fades, further away. But there are those who do realize this and pay special attention to our fears. All right, they do not tell us not to be afraid. Instead, they work with us until our fear subsides. All right, they present evidence, they offer support, and they tell a story, but they do not tell us how to feel and expect us to feel that way. All right. So, for example, someone is in fear. All right, and those who are really helping, might be saying, "Hey, don't worry. All right, here's how I be doing it. Here's how it's going to work for you also." All right, does that make sense? It's the same stuff. All right. So basically, when you're afraid, which type of person do you prefer to be with? All right, those who tell you, just telling you not to be afraid, or those who show you, all right, and lead you by the hand on how to solve the issues. All right. So which one you align more with? All right. So that's the third point. Allaying their fears. Okay. All right. Here comes our fourth point. All right. Confirming their suspicion. All right. One of our favorite things to say is, "I knew it." All right. There is just nothing quite like having our suspicion confirmed. All right. When another person confirms something that we suspect, we not only feel, a surge of superiority, we feel attracted to the one who helped make that surge come about. All right. It's a simple thing to confirm, the suspicion of those who are desperate, to believe that. All right. So that is point number 4. All right. Confirm their suspicion. Here's the last point. Okay. Point number 5. Okay, is to help them to throw rocks at their enemies. All right. So basically, nothing bonds like having a common enemy. All right. I realize, how ugly this may sound, but yet it is true. All right. Those who understand this can utilize this. All right. So, but those who don't understand it or understand but refuse to address it are throwing away one of the most effective ways of connecting with others. All right. So basically, no matter what, okay, you may think of this, rest assured that people have enemies. The enemy here is not necessarily an individual. All right. It could be a group, it could be fear, it could be a setback, okay, or just anything. All right. So when one is engaged in a struggle, all right, a struggle is his or her enemy. Okay. When one is engaged in a struggle, one is looking for others, all right, to join him or her. All right. So those who join him or her become more than friends. All right. So basically, they become partners. All right. So this is point number 5, helping them to throw rocks at their enemies. So this concludes my show today about the power persuasion. Basically, to summarize everything, people we influence by those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them to throw rocks at their enemies. So guys, I hope you do love this video and got some value out of it. All right. So if let's say you want to learn some tips and tricks on how you can get from 0 to 400 comments in your Facebook post, you can basically download, those tips and tricks, here, okay, from the links on top of my head, the bit.ly/400 comments. All right. I kind of like pay thousands of dollars for different programs in order to learn these tips and tricks. And basically, you can get this 10 pages ebook absolutely free. All right, guys, bit.ly/400 comments. Okay, and remember, I do offer more tips and trainings in my Facebook group. And just smash the link above to join. So till then, I see you in the next one. Cheers.